Last I'd seen Shens was 69, walking in with a mustache for days, right through my door, across my threshold. Last man I expected to see again, but he knew, as I did as soon as we made eye contact, we had a goddamn record to hunt.
Yeah, I'd hunted a record a couple times in my life. Wasn't pretty. Not happy or proud about what I did to get it. But I got it. More than once. More than Bax ever did. But this time he needed my help. I don't know what possessed him to call me this time. I just hope it didn't end like it did last time.
What Shens didn't know is that I prepared a sucker punch directly into his face as soon as he crossed my door. 22 years I had waited for this moment, but I knew I needed his help. This record wasn't gonna hunt itself, and I'd have to team up with one of the best record hunters out there.
I needed to find a way to break through Bax. He'd be putting up walls for years, with every failure that ever came his way. Like China trying to keep out the Mongols 4,000 years ago. I knew just the place. The old abandoned amusement park on the road. I knew just the place. The old abandoned amusement park over on the boardwalk. Just like I left it. Old, rusty, abandoned. Just like an abandoned amusement park.
An amusement park. It's real cute. I thought that Shens would have something up his sleeve. I didn't expect it to be as comical as the location he decided to divulge the information. He says you can hunt records with marbles. Alas, I knew that he was a good record hunter. I would have to listen to him, and we would have to go for this marble record hunt.
I knew right then and there wasn't any way in hell Bax was ever going to get a record. He didn't have what it took. I can tell these things. In all my years, I've never seen a more hopeless case. I needed to cut him. He was dead weight, like an anchor holding a ship down in a storm. But he was the only thing keeping me afloat. So there we were, two tadpoles circling around in the swamp, hoping not to get eaten by a shark. So there we were, just two tadpoles in a swamp, circling around, hoping not to get eaten by a shark.
Nobody knows my record hunt history like Shens, and I don't divulge that history to many people. The other ones who have heard it are all dead. When it comes to hunting records, you gotta take the oath. And I took that oath. The oath of blood. The oath I swore on my own blood and my father's blood and my father's father's blood and my father's 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 blood and his father's blood and their dog's blood.
So here we are, the two of us, driving down the city in the middle of the night. Starting off on our journey to hunt records together, probably for the rest of our lives. Don't know how long it's gonna take, but I know we'll be there. Every Monday, 11 A 2 P. Until we get that record.
Like a vinyl record, flipped over too soon.
I looked Bax up and down. He hadn't changed his clothes in days. Wearing that same old dirty t-shirt he's always got on. Like a thrift store that came alive and started hunting records.
I looked at Shens like you look at an ice cube that just grew hair.
Every time I'd seen Bax before, his hair was always different. Different color, different style. Much to my surprise this time, it was just a shortcut. That's how I knew he was down on his luck. A desperate man who didn't even know what to do with his own hair.
I looked at Shens like you look at the cosmos. At night, alone, when it's growing hair. I looked at Shens like the snow freshly fallen in the front yard, growing hair. I looked at Shens like a bloody fence line on the corner of two warring factions. It's growing hair.
And the big guy up top just watched us all run around in his little mouse maze. That's the life. That's the world of a record hunter.
Shens' mustache looked like he gave it an inch, and it took a mile.
That's really good. that could go in a book.